4 desperate men sitting at the gates of a starving city, outcasts even among the dying. These lepers have nothing left to lose, as famine grips Samaria so tightly that mothers are eating their own children. The Syrian army has surrounded the city for months, and death seems inevitable for everyone inside. The Syrian siege was led by Serian King Ben-hadad in an effort to expand the empire of Syria. But sometimes God's greatest miracles come through the most unlikely messengers. These 4 nameless lepers, rejected by society and facing certain death, are about to become the bearers of the most incredible news their city has ever heard. As darkness falls, these desperate men make a decision that will change everything. Why should we sit here until we die? They ask each other. If we go into the city, we'll starve with everyone else. If we stay here, we'll die anyway. Let's surrender to the Syrian army. Maybe they'll spare us. Moral lesson: you don't stop because of any challenge, but will keep moving to experience that God-guided breakthrough. What they don't know is that God has already been working behind the scenes. As they stumble toward the enemy camp in the darkness, the Lord has caused the Syrian army to hear the sound of chariots, horses, and a great army approaching. Terrified, thinking the Israelites have hired the Hittites and Egyptians to attack them, the entire Syrian force flees in panic, abandoning everything. The 4 lepers arrive at the camp's edge and find it completely empty. Tent after tent stands abandoned, filled with food, silver, gold, and clothing. They can't believe their eyes. First, they eat until they're satisfied for the first time in months. Then, they begin hiding treasure, carrying away silver and gold like men in a dream. But then, their consciences strike them. "We're not doing right," one says. "This is a day of good news, and we're keeping it to ourselves. If we wait until morning, punishment will come upon us. Let's go tell the king's household." These social outcasts, these forgotten men, become God's chosen messengers. They return to Samaria's gates and shout to the gatekeepers, "We went to the Syrian camp, and there was no one there. Only horses and donkeys tied up, and the tents left just as they were." The news spreads like wildfire through the starving city. Initially skeptical, the king sends scouts who confirm the incredible report. The entire Syrian army has vanished, leaving behind enough supplies to end the famine immediately. God often chooses the least likely people to carry his greatest messages. These 4 lepers, society's rejects, became the instruments of their city's salvation. Their story reminds us that no one is too forgotten, too marginalized, or too broken to be used by God for extraordinary purposes. This is because the 4 lepers obeyed their God-guided directions, paid attention to instructions, and were willing to be used as instruments for God's miracles. In our life journey, we should never ignore or disregard anyone we meet on path, because they might be the needed instruments to our breakthrough. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more.